Fishing the Wild West TV with Wes David is brought to you by Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Adventure Destination International. Book your trip of a lifetime with Adventure Destination International in Thompson's Resort. Big Chief Meat Snacks. Big taste, big adventure. Along with Cam Clark Ford, the official vehicle of Fishing the Wild West TV.
Fishing the Wild West. She's getting a little western on the deck. This week on Fishing the Wild West TV, we're with Trever Thomson, an ambassador for Jackson Kayaks and Acrobatics. We're taking part in basically kayak fishing 101 on a small pond here for rainbow trout. Trever, what can we expect?
Well, we're gonna get you in the boats, Wes. We're gonna get you in it and feel comfortable, maybe stand up, maybe
Stand up. This is a lot different than my tracker boat.
Oh, it's very stable. You can trust me. I can guarantee you you'll be standing up in this before the end of it. Get you paddling, get you pedaling, and get you on some fish.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fishing. So when someone comes kayak fishing, this is a great idea to start off small in this small pond like we're doing here.
Yeah.
In the next day or two, we're going to head to Rolling Hills, southern Alberta for walleye on the bigger water, as long as I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And we're going to learn the basics about safety, how to get started, and again, basic kayak fishing 101 with Trever Thomson.
You're gonna grab your stand assist strap that's on the boat there.
Okay.
Keep your, and you're just gonna, just because of where we're at, you're just gonna nice and put one foot in, I'll stable the boat for you, and then you're just gonna swivel your butt onto the chair.
Once I commit, I'm committed.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that strap is everything it's meant to be.
The strap is the whole purpose, just to stabilize, because we're all big guys, right? So I'll give you your paddle.
Okay,
And then you
perfect.
let go of the strap, and you are golden.
That's it.
That's her. I mean, you can see how stable it is.
It is very stable. And I was nervous. We went for a quick little trip around the pond before I put the mics and the camera gear and stuff on, but it's very stable.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about the safety measures, the perks of fishing from a kayak throughout this whole episode. But here we are starting off in small water.
Well, how you feel?
I feel great. This is a very peaceful way to fish.
Yeah.
Now we get the fish biting. I got him. You saw the kayak. The old Jackson kayak, beautiful rainbow trout. Now, that's my first rainbow trout, or first fish ever out of a kayak. Beautiful Jackson kayaks. There he goes. Awesome. I'm gonna retie a bingo bug, cast again. I gotta watch. I got an anchor out, tied on an anchor just so I didn't have to worry about paddling and even fighting the fish, because these move so easy through the water.
Yeah, you can see it even just pulling you around right now.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, it's because he's a whale. I catch big fish, Trevor.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he's a good fish. He's still got a lot of fight to him. Man, it's 100% different than fighting out of my tracker boat for sure.
Well, you're so used to standing, right?
Yeah, standing and basically having everything, the protection of the edge and everything to fight the fish.
Yeah.
And I got 6-pound sunline on here, so I gotta take it easy. Oh, he's only 4 or 5 pounds.
Nice bow.
So I'm gonna take the hook out of him and then show him to you.
Oh, there we go. Oh, fella. Perfect, he spit that out.
And then just a beautiful fish out of my Jackson kayak. Perfect. Cast again.
This segment has been brought to you by Rock Guard, protect your investment, and Power Pole, total boat control. Closed captioning is brought to you by Buzz Bomb Tackle, iconic sonic fishing lures, made in North America for over 50 years.
Your trail has an online tournament going on right now, so you could have measured and submitted that fish to the online tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got, our species list is quite wide because our online derby runs Manitoba west, including the territories, all freshwater. This was right on the bottom.
Did he take off?
Yeah.
Or is he like got the head shakes of a walleye?
He's shaking, head shaking, yeah, but I had this jig head right on the bottom.
I've been doing that, but I was feeding crayfish.
Oh, this is a good walleye.
Maybe that's another measuring walleye?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There we go.
Yeah, that's a great walleye. They either been small or huge.
Yeah. There he goes.
Just switched up to a 4-inch disc worm here. We were just actually, both Trevor and I were thinking about moving spots. 4-inch disc worm, touched it up with a little bit of liquid mayhem. Got ourselves a walleye on here. That's my favorite colored disc worm too. Black, white tail, little liquid mayhem on it. Produced a walleye.
Right on.
I'll tell you, fishing out of these kayaks, there's no noise. You take a greater appreciation for the sound of the birds, the water, even the fish fighting. It's really, really hands-on. I enjoy it. It's a little fella. Little ones are really feeding this morning. They might even just be out competing the big ones for this 4-inch disc worm from Big Bite. I gotta give him a little slack. This is a 4-inch disc worm from Big Bite Baits in the Jackson kayak from AQ Outdoors. He's mad too. Yeah, there we go. He was mad about the situation. Holy cow, bite it. Maybe it was a crayfish. There's one. This one seems better too. Maybe this is another pike.
Yeah.
Or just a big walleye. I catch big walleye, Trevor.
Oh, do ya?
But he's going straight to the bottom. But his head shakes like a walleye. He hasn't gone big long runs like pike do. I'm glad I'm anchored up, that's for sure. For sure the Eagle net will be coming out for this one, Trevor. Yeah, it's a big walleye.
Right on.
And so just jigging a leech, and then I brought it about a foot off the bottom and just let it sit there. This is a really big walleye. It's probably my biggest walleye of the year so far. That's a huge walleye. Okay, Trevor, it's my biggest walleye of the year. Wow. Show's over.
What a beauty.
This is a huge walleye. Let's get him out. First things first, safety of the fish. As you've seen, we've caught a bunch of small ones this morning. But this is what we're targeting. That's what's in here. Some monsters. I don't got a board with me, and I'm not even worried about measuring them. Like I say, these are your big females. They lay all the eggs. You want to keep them safe. Let her go right back to the bottom. And she hit that. There was no nibble, it was bang. And fight them, take your picture, release them.
This segment has been brought to you by Hooked Magazine, hooked on fishing in the great outdoors, and Lucky Bug Lures. Get hooked on Lucky Bug Lures. Welcome back to Fishing the Wild West TV.
There's another one. I think this is a pretty decent one too, Trevor. I've been going back and forth with that disc worm from Big Bite baits and a leech. The crayfish are eating my minnow off the bottom. Paul's having the same trouble with the crayfish feeding up there. This is a great fish too. Ego net. Give myself a little bit of slack here. And I'll show them. Perfect. The hook came out. I get to keep my leech. It's all really working out for me.
There we go, fish on.
So I still have one. So it counts as a double header because Trevor's on over there.
Right on.
How are you making out, Trevor?
Well, we got a decent walleye here.
There's some great ones in here.
I just changed up to a pink big sky.
See?
And it's a long shank too. Right on. Okay.
Show them up to the camera. Now, Trevor, we were talking about the kayak trail off camera.
Yeah.
So if that one you want to measure for it?
Yeah, we're doing our online derby, so I'll get my stuff ready and keep them in the net.
In the water, in the net?
Yeah. They stay healthy. I'll get my bump board ready behind me. Dip it, make sure it's wet.
So now this goes online and it can count, you can add to it, you can increase to it throughout the year, throughout your fishing trips.
Yeah, so our derby runs May 15th to September 15th. It's all online. And you have 5 species, or 5 fish of all the species on our online derby. And it auto culls once you start upgrading sizes, right? So
Okay.
I keep them in the net, I get to my phone and get it all ready.
I am too clumsy. I'd have my phone in the water already.
This is one of the most challenging parts of kayak fishing derbies right here, absolutely. Oh.
So
he is 21 3/4.
and then you take a picture and submit that photo.
Yeah. All right. Safe, happy release. There he goes.
Awesome. Congratulations. So that'd be, you get bonus points for doing it on Fishing the Wild West TV?
More than likely, I
Yeah,
believe so.
I would say.
Yeah, I'll talk to the directors about that for sure.
Yeah, a new rule. Today we're at Rolling Hills Reservoir in southern Alberta. We're here with Heather, part of the Conservation Canine Program, and Diesel. Heather, there's a big misconception about the zebra mussels. Everybody's got it dialed in for their boats, and their boats have to be inspected. Well, what about other watercraft, such as kayaks?
Kayaks, canoes, paddleboards, inflatable toys, anything that comes in contact with the water is something that we want to be inspected.
So including the gear that goes in the, like in the Jackson kayaks here, like all the anchors, everything like that?
Most definitely, yeah.
So Heather's going to take Diesel around and show us what they're looking for and how you, one angler or kayak or watercraft, whatever, can protect our water bodies here in Alberta. So the next time you're driving down the highway to your next fishing adventure or any watercraft adventure, stop at the watercraft inspection stations. Be nice to those at the watercraft inspection stations. All they're trying to do is make sure our water bodies are protected from invasive species.
This segment has been brought to you by AQ Outdoors, striving to be Canada's leading paddle sports resource, and Jackson Adventures. We are Jackson Kayak. This segment is brought to you by Big Sky Flies and Jigs, tackle you can trust, and Tourism Saskatchewan. Start planning your visit today.
Fish on. Now they're really starting to turn on, because it's, to be honest, we were 20 minutes between bites. Now we're 4 or 5. You just watch Trevor measure 21-inch over there. And I got this one on here. In the net. This is the challenging part I find, and it's just because I don't know my way around the kayak yet, is giving myself slack to work with the fish. But he spit it out to help me, but we'll get the fish up. He's got a hold of my net, Ego net. He likes it. Just a great walleye. Back in the water. Excellent.
Oh, my net's still down there. See, this is why we tether things on a kayak. Oh, that's a monster.
Yeah, it was a good thing I had your pliers tethered to my life jacket.
Oh, that's a nice walleye. Oh.
See, another one for your measuring board?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is this is a big walleye for me.
Oh,
Oh, double header.
set it down, and he took it. This is a pike. Get this northern pike out. He's probably down there eating the crayfish that were eating my bait. Let's see if I can.
Is that a pike?
Pardon?
You got a pike?
Yep. Just right in the corner of his mouth, popped right out. And down. Good, I didn't even have to bring him in. And I get to keep my jig. What do you got?
A big walleye
really
inside
nice
here.
Walleye. Really nice.
There he goes.
We just come off the water from an incredible day here at Rolling Hills in the Jackson kayaks. Simon, you took us out today. You provided us with the kayaks. Tell us a little bit how an Australian ends up fishing in southern Alberta.
So basically, I, from Australia, moved to New Zealand for my last year of high school and got into the outdoors there. So kayaking rafting and climbing and all that kind of thing. And then I essentially took off and travelled for 6 years and followed summers as a raft guide and a kayak bum, basically. Then I wound up in Golden, BC, and met a girl, and then ended up in Calgary.
Always starts with a girl.
Yeah, always starts with a girl. Yeah, Australians and Canadians, it's a good thing. So yeah, then I wound up in Calgary, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do when I grew up, so I managed to get a job with Aquabatics in Calgary and started their kayak school in 2005. And then did that for a few years, and then my wife Nikki and I purchased Aquabatics in 2009, and we've owned and operated it ever since.
So you purchased it in Calgary, but you also have a store in Edmonton.
That's correct, yeah. So with one of our long-term staff members, we opened another location in 2019 up in Edmonton. So yeah, we now have 2 locations, and yeah, enjoying it still, so we'll carry on with it.
And I heard rumor that it's the largest retail store of its kind throughout Western Canada.
Yeah, certainly one of. We've got, we're very much a specialty paddle sports shop. A lot of other stores have kind of gone into a lot of, tents and thermarests and that kind of thing, but we're still very much focused on the paddle sports, whether it's whitewater,
right, okay,
fishing, kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, or canoeing.
Well, fishing, kayak fishing in Alberta has really taken off, actually right across Canada. I've had the pleasure the last couple of days of experienced kayak fishing. Very fun, very safe, low impact exercise, plus you're in the beauty of the outdoors and you're fishing. If you want to get involved in any style of kayaking, give Simon a call at AQ Outdoors and he'll set you up with anything you need for a new adventure. I'm your host, Wes David, Fishing the Wild West TV.
To spend 10 hours on this fishing boat. No cell phone service and no lawn to mow. What matters most is that I'm all alone. Living a dream, fishing the stream. Fishing the stream, living a dream.
Follow us on social media or at fishingthewildwesttv.com.